Hello and welcome to ATFX. Today we've got our market update on the US-China trade conflict and all geopolitical influences that are moving the markets at the moment. So, brief overview on what's going on in the market. Most of the flows that we've seen over the last couple of weeks really have been geopolitical flows, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Mainly because they've been dominating and there have been some really strong moves and a big focus on the US-China trade war, trade conflict. Now, just last week, we had China increase export conditions on rare earth minerals, which are crucial for the tech industry in the US. And then we had President Trump come flying back with his 100% tariff threat. That saw markets on Friday crash. So we saw nearly 4% in US stocks. We saw gold rise again, and we saw a global pressure on stocks as well. What we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at a few of the major currencies and gold to see the possibilities of how we trade that. First of all, we've got to ask ourselves, where do we go now? It has followed a relatively familiar path. We've got China pressing a couple of buttons over here. Trump's come back and smashed a big button with 100% tariffs. I don't think anyone really believed we were going to get 100% and still don't. But at the moment, they're still tallied for 1st of November. Now, if they do come through, and I think and most of the market feel that it's probably a low delta option. If we were to get another 100%, then that is negative for global growth, and you will see some massive moves in the market. Stock markets will get hit. We'll probably see oil get smashed again. That took a 4% hit on Friday, by the way. And probably some safe haven flows coming in hard. So you'd see yen bought, you're going to see more gold buying. Conversely, of course, if it looks like we're going to have much more conciliation and there's a deal in the offing, it's all looking good for global growth. It gives us the green light for more topside in stocks. We're probably going to see the dollar continue to appreciate, but no doubt at the moment, geopolitics are dictating. In the middle of all this, of course, we've got the possibility the US government could come back and we get a plethora of data hitting us, which could move markets one way or the other as well. So plenty going on. I'll have a quick look through the charts and see if there's any trade opportunities out there. As always, please hit subscribe to our channel and we'll keep you updated on what's going on in the market. So first one we're looking at, and I'll be in all honesty, this is probably one that's going to be least affected by anything because it is one-way traffic in gold at the moment. This is the daily chart. We've looked at it a few times. This is the break back on the 2nd of September, and it has been non-stop buying of the world's favorite precious metal since then. Between now and where we are today, we're back at a fresh high as I speak. There we go, high at 41.62. That represents nearly a 20% increase. I think it's over 19% now. Up to there since just the 2nd of September, bearing in mind it's the 14th of October at the moment. So we will see some fluctuations in gold if we get some movement. So we're probably looking for the more conciliatory side of things to give us better buying opportunities. At the moment, these trend lines have been working fantastically. This is the longer term support line, but look at the amount of hits on this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then it transfers over to this 11, 12, 13. It has worked really well from a technical perspective on buying dips. So at the moment, I think any dip coming back down to around this level here, which is just under $4,000. I know a long time you wouldn't have thought we'd talk about buying dips to $4,000 too long ago. That's probably going to see a way forward. We would have to see a massive turnaround, I think, in gold's fortune and the flow that we're seeing coming through for us to see a big correction in the market. So, but you will see some fluctuations. You will see we got 1.6% on Thursday when the Hamas deal came out, and we heard about Israel ceasefire with Hamas. That has gone through, of course. But there's still more geopolitical concerns that's taking gold higher. I'll now swap over to euro, which has the propensity to have some big moves coming through. And here you go. This is the euro daily chart. We've seen some good dollar appreciation since mid-September. There's that low that we saw in the dollar against the euro, up just north of 119, the figure. It's got a nice little trend line coming down, and we're down under 116. Here you go, 115.80 at the moment. Substantial dollar buying, which could come with some good news on this whole trade front. We saw a big sell-off in the dollar on Friday after the news came out of the 100% tariffs. that could see a break of this trend line support here, and probably more crucially, this low at 115.40. It opens the way for a move technically down to these 114 levels here with the previous low, and after that down to 112, sort of 50-ish, I suppose, by the time we get there on that moving average. Obviously, conversely, a move up will take us to initial resistance around 116.60 and then back up to those 119 levels. Let's just have a quick look at dollar yen and then we'll round things up. Here's the dollar yen chart. This is the daily chart that's been in place for a while. So massive moves in dollar yen. It's not just been a dollar story. It's been a massive yen story in the last week as well. Huge political upheaval in Japan. We had a new prime minister. We've now got a breakdown of the prime minister's coalition. All sorts going on, massive volatility. But obviously, we've seen the dollar appreciate hugely from the other week when it was down at 147.20. It peaked, there you go, just north of 153, and we're about 152 at the moment. It does mean that if we do get some big moves in the dollar, and I'm talking about that dollar move that we'll probably see the dollar bought, but also the haven side of it, which is yen buying. So if things look going poorly, we'll see some yen buying, dollar selling. That could take us very swiftly down to this previous resistance level, 149.27-ish at the moment, and then far below that at 146.60. Conversely, of course, good news, we're going to see moves out of haven, so yen selling, dollar buying. We will challenge these recent highs up at 153 and then this much stronger term resistance around 154. It's about 50-ish now in short order. So plenty of moves to come on the back of this. At the moment, geopolitics are dictating moves. We're moving away from fundamentals, but keep an eye out if that US government shutdown does shut down. If we get them back in play, we could get some fundamental data and we could get a little bit more stability in the market. But still, this China-US trade issue is huge. It will move markets and there's plenty of opportunity out there. If you need anything from us at ATFX, please let us know and good luck with your trading. Thank you.